being on the Cabot Trail, you see new people every day, people from all over the world. People that are just either like hitchhiking around the trail with, barely any money at all, to movie stars that are trying to get away from Hollywood.
I think perhaps the impression that one gets that you can live here in peace and harmony without fear. I know nowadays people are more careful and they lock their doors. Some do, not all. But you don't necessarily worry, you can go to the post office and walk out of your car and not really think that somebody's going to drive away with your car while you're in the post office. But that sense of security, I think, has a lot to go for it. But also, the sheer beauty of living in such a small town and that feeling of community.
Well, I would say it's a small rural town, Acadian, so mostly of French descent. Most people here are either do a lot of work related to the fisheries. But over the last 10 to 15 years, there's more work year-round. Some professionals around, doctors, lawyers. But it's a small rural community. We live by the sea. It's been part of our bread and butter for years. So it's got that feel when you're in town. I'm not sure it's purely Acadian or not, but we're a very welcoming community. So when people come in and visit, they always say how friendly we are and how friendly a town it is and so forth. So it's a great place. It's nice.
Just finding staff. With a declining population, it's harder and harder to find people who want to work but also have the skills that we need for the certain positions that we have. Actually, that must be the biggest problem about running a business in a small town like Chéticamp. We have to rely on getting people from outside of town, and that's also really problematic because there's little to no housing available for those people. So there's not a lot of apartments available for long-term rent, and there aren't any places for students or workers to come for the summers where we're the busiest. So it makes it really hard to find people with the right skill sets.
But it's a real issue now because what few homes are available for rent, they've been bought out by entrepreneurs who have seen this possibility of renting short-term. So the Airbnb, the vacation rentals, they are really making inroads into this rural area. It creates a problem for employment as well because people who are looking for employment here are also looking for homes if they're coming from away and they're having a hard time of it.
Well, I can tell you some of the current concerns are housing for not only for folks who are looking to stay here as far as rentals, but also to provide housing for seasonal workers who may come here to work, say through the summertime, either in the tourism industry or in the fishing industry. So sure, affordable housing is a going concern.
When you speak to people around here now, they're saying we're becoming more a retirement community, and it is true. We have more people that have gone away to work and are coming back and want to settle down when they're retiring. It's a nice, quiet, secure place. But the lack of youth I think it's impacting because what it's causing. Well, first of all, it's causing issue with work. We have a hard time getting workers. Secondly, I wouldn't say lifestyle, but attitude and what they bring here. So when you take a young population out, it makes a significant difference about the activities that go on in the community. We also have trouble finding volunteers to be in charge of teams, community groups, and so forth. So it certainly is impacting our community life for sure. There's no doubt.
When I grew up, and even when my children were growing up, there was always the children were looking for work. Everybody, people were looking for work. You would have to fill out, applications and go for interviews. Now it's shifted and employers are looking for employees. So, and I mean, we see it with the social media. You know, even again today I saw one that they're looking for help. The bakery just down the road here is looking for somebody to work for them. You know, everybody's looking for workers, like, and this is not even the tourist season. This is the end of the tourist season. So in the summertime, they might be able to have some students, but as soon as school starts again, and university and high school, they lose their workforce. And so it's a big issue. It is an issue.
We put up with a lot of elements throughout the year, especially with the wind and the snow and the rain. And the summers are absolutely beautiful here. And it's too bad that we can't take advantage of that and be a place where we can have more people stop by instead of just passing through. They could maybe spend some time here and learn more about the people here and their stories.